Here's a simple structure that you can use. You don't even have to read the tabs once you have the system in your head. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the same shape, you know, the one with the green tick mark, and instead of just going up and down, I'm using a simple sequence that sounds very complex, but once you have it in your head, know the secret of it, it's not really complex at all. So what you do is that the rule is to play up and down each string. But then you also have to go to the next string, and you don't want to do that from any note. You want to do that from this note in your first finger. So, 1, you go up and down every string like this. That's going up and down, right? So you up and then down. Just up the notes and down the notes. And then, but I have to get to the next string. I have to get to this one. So before I can say I'm finished with that one, I have to return to this note so that I can get to this note, right? Because I don't want to go from, I could also start with a tap, but that's not the point here. So I want to end up on every string so I can go from note to note when I'm going down. When I'm going up this way or descending, I want the last note of every string to be there, because then I can go to the next string with my first finger over here. I hope that makes sense, but let's just look at it. So I go up the first 3 notes of pattern number 2, 4 notes of pattern number 2, and then I go down again. That was the rule, right? But then I go up again because I want to go up to this note. Okay? So now we're on this string, and we start with the first finger, tap it, go all the way up and all the way down. But again, I have to go up to this note again so I can shift to the next string. So I do the exact same thing on that string, right? So on this one, so basically on this string it's up, down, and then up. And then the same thing on the next. Then on this string here, I do the same thing, but now that was up and down, and I'm in the right position to go to the next string, because now we're descending, so now I want this note here and not that, because, you know. So that's all I do on the top string. That's you know, my rule is that follows my rule. So now I'm down and ready to go down to the next string. So this was all we did on the top string. We don't have to go up again, so I don't have to go, because we have no more strings. So then I return to the G string again by tapping, right? And now I'm going down first off here. But then I want to go up again, right? Because we're going both directions on each string, up and down or down and up. So I go, but then I have to return to this note again. So I go down once more, right? And I do the same thing on this string. And then down again, right? I hope that makes sense. So I go on that string, and then only up and down on that one. And now it's in reverse. Now I go down, up, down, and then up, and then down. So it sounds like this. And then, and then you can end it in whatever way you want. You can just go down to the open A string, or tap those 2 notes there in the 8th and the 5th on the low E string. So I'm just sliding down to the 3rd fret and pulling off down to the open A string. So that's really the whole idea, and it's very effective, especially if you do it with the just up and down movement that we just looked at before. So once you master both, once you can go up and down like this, and you can navigate that fast, your fingers can go from these different shapes over here that fast, then you can start going back and forth on each string. E string and then mixing it with the other stuff you just learned. So let's see if we can do that. That's just up and down. So very effective and a lot of fun.